This video is about chemtrails. You'll more than likely notice the YouTube disclaimer below. Looks like this. In my search for chemtrails, I came across this video here. It's by an everyday YouTuber. And you'll notice that there's the disclaimer, the propaganda. But when they control the channel and they know there's no truth in it, like this artist here, more on that in a little bit, there's no disclaimer. But like most other topics, my take on it doesn't start there. I look at angles to get the big picture. My take starts in Alaska, where one of the crazy conspiracies involved started, known as HAARP, High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. This program was started by the U.S. Air Force, funded by the Department of Defense at the Pentagon. Now, the DoD doesn't fund weather projects that have nothing to do with weapons. So can we conclude that this is a weapons program through the DoD? There are several facilities around the world connected to the HAARP program. People started to take notice of this weapon being used. And that's not crazy Uncle Rock noticing, but people around the world. Even so-called leaders. And that's when the government noticed people doing searches online through the CIA program Google on HAARP. So they needed a deflection or two. So in comes this HAARP program. But deflection only works temporarily, so eventually the original HAARP was transferred to the University of Alaska as a learning program. But search and you'll find these. And oddly enough, the HAARP band. Notice the titles. And notice the band. Interestingly, the record company they're with have these bands. And we're back to this artist. Notice the imagery. But once you get past the deflection propaganda, you find things like this: oddities in the sky that we've never seen until this time. How do you get this? And some even think, but who knows? The disclaimer says contrails, emphasis on con. Maybe we should ask the controlled opposition. If plane trails are condensation, why are there not miles long condensation trails here or here? And they'll say that it's because, that's in the atmosphere and we're down here and the air's thinner. And all right, then. I'm not saying contrails aren't real, but sometimes we see contrails with other trails right beside them that are very different. And how about the time that Harvard admitted they were going to blot out the sun with chemtrails? Funded by a familiar face. Besides, all proof can easily be explained away or dismissed. Like these are just ballast tanks. Never mind, they're pressurized. And definitely never mind this. I guess it's like everything else. Each of us has to decide what we believe. But the powers that be bend their propaganda the way they want us to believe. I always see that as a sign. And besides, this is not normal. Much love, y'all.